doing what's best for me and what's right for me. And I've been doing this for a little minute now, since I was 7 years old. This is the first camp I can enjoy myself and be back. My headspace that I'm in now is way better than what I was before, and that's the only thing that mattered to me. Calvin believed in me. Calvin believed in me no matter what. That's what was the important piece of me staying focused, and I know I have somebody that's counting on me. Calvin was making sure that I was on the right track, and whoever go against me, Calvin was standing beside me. You know what I mean? Calvin was that guy that had my back for sure.
When you bring up Gervonta Davis, you're not just mentioning a puncher, you're talking about an explosive force. Tank isn't the kind of guy who spars, he unleashes. Every training round with him feels less like practice and more like a recovery mission to find your senses afterward.
Because in boxing, anything can happen. That's like this fight. It's a different type of fight. Anything can happen, but it's going to be a great fight. It's going to be a fight.
You special boy? Yeah.
He's tough. He's fast, he's strong. He's someone in his prime. He's hungry. You know what I mean? He's not someone that's like a walking duck. You know what I mean? He's someone he's coming to win. You know what I mean? He got that mentality that he want to win. Like he's a great opponent. I feel as though he's going to be champion one day.
Everything he's doing in camp right now radiates pure obsession. No smiles, no jokes, and just focus. He's fine-tuning every skill like a soldier getting ready for battle. Word is he's been sparring with middleweights, light heavies, even guys the size of heavyweights, and not only holding his own, but taking control of those rounds.
So I will never get too hyped about the win after I win, because it's like you always got to do something over and over again till you done. And it's always going to be somebody next. So I feel as though I don't have to prove myself to these people.
That's not a man looking at Jake Paul as just some YouTuber. That's a champion getting ready for an opponent who might really test him with size and power. Gervonta's been training like his pride is on the line, not just his bank account. And when he gets in that mindset, somebody usually ends up laid out cold. On the other hand, Jake Paul isn't stepping into this one as just an influencer anymore. He's coming in as a real threat. Love him or hate him, the guy's made a career out of proving people wrong. He's taken shots, he's faced real tests, and every time, he comes back tougher, sharper, and even louder than before.
If you think you've done a hard boxing training session and you've got another one the next day because fighters train like once, twice, even 3 times a day, you're going to recover faster. If you recover faster, what happens? You perform better on the next session. So let's just say an average boxer is progressing like this because they're not recovering properly. Jake Paul is recovering and progressing like this. We've seen how fast he has progressed, whether you like him or not.
Now he's setting his sights on a storm named Gervonta Davis, and that confident grin says it all. Jake's managed to turn what started as an exhibition into a worldwide spectacle, even adding a knockout bonus to crank up the stakes. He understands the spotlight feeds on chaos, and he's betting that his power can shake up the fight world once again.
I'm already a legend from where I came from or what I've done. Like, I done been through mad stuff, like sleeping on floors, crack house, all that type stuff. Like, I've been through all that. I ain't gotta prove nothing to nobody else.
So while Gervonta Davis is out to remind everyone that boxing still belongs to real fighters, Jake Paul's mission is to prove that drive. Determination and pure showmanship can flip the script. Either way, something historic is about to go down. And just as we finished talking about Tank's merciless mindset heading into this showdown, Sean Porter and Jordan Chapman step in with the perfect confirmation, breaking down why Gervonta's power isn't hype at all. It's headline-worthy destruction.
Is Tank power really that crazy? Yes. Yes. But you have to understand, what you have to understand is it's 135-pound crazy. So he can whack at 135 pounds. He can whack like he's a middleweight. That power that he carries for the weight class he's in is serious.
Porter's basically sitting there saying, Tank hits like a middleweight hiding inside a lightweight's frame. And honestly, that's not a compliment. That's a public safety notice. The kind of power he's packing doesn't even make sense logically. It's like when your controller starts vibrating so hard you think it's about to break. That's what getting touched by Tank feels like. What Porter nailed perfectly, though, is that Gervonta isn't just powerful, he's precise. He's calculating distance and timing in real time, like a human algorithm wearing gloves.
I don't know about, or maybe y'all do. I'm gonna just say it. Tank is a master at range and distance.
Oh, yeah.
But a lot of fighters, they establish the range and the distance with the jab and with combinations and things like that. He just feel it.
Dude, it was amazing. That's why I love watching him, bro. I love watching him for that reason.
Yeah, because you can see him thinking.
Ooh.
Yeah.
While most fighters are out there throwing flurries, hoping something connects, Tank's in the ring thinking, nah, I'll wait. I'll read your whole playbook, then shut it down with one perfect shot. You can practically see the gears turning behind his calm stare. Patient, composed, and lethal. It's like watching a predator slowly blink before it strikes. And by the time you realize he's made his move, you're already halfway through your post-fight interview. Gervonta isn't just strong, he's calculated. That's what makes him truly terrifying.
I said, yo, this kid is no game. I said, he sizes you up. I said, you don't understand. Tank be calculating as he go.
Computer.
It ain't no, I'm gonna go back to the corner and I'm gonna make adjustments. Yo, he makes them on the fly.
And just when you thought Sean Porter's analysis couldn't be outdone, Bernard Hopkins steps in, like a professor of controlled violence, and drops the line, Jake Paul, that's not boxing. Instantly, the whole room goes quiet. When B-Hop speaks on respecting the sport, it hits different. This is a man who fought well into his 50s and still looked like he could bench press a small car. But honestly, you can see his point. Jake's entire lane runs on entertainment, not tradition. It's YouTube colliding with pay-per-view. Part Rocky movie, part reality show. And truth be told, that's exactly what keeps the audience coming back.
Not boxing, man. It's entertainment. And it's fun. It's fun. It's a market out there.
Yeah.
And guess what? Let them have fun. But don't mix it up with boxing.
Yeah.
Boxing is a sport that needs to be respected. And when you start doing things that mimic boxing and try to give it credibility like boxing, I think that is a fine line and is a real dangerous to cross that, because that's entertainment. This is boxing.
Hopkins sees entertainment. We see opportunity. Jake's not out here trying to replace boxing. He's trying to outsmart the algorithm. And the part that really got me? Hopkins comparing Jake's fights to two turtles racing. Brutal, but not entirely wrong. I mean, we've seen Wilder stuff go viral. People literally binge watch paint dry on TikTok. Of course, they'll tune in to watch Jake Paul throw hands with Gervonta Davis like a confused gym bro trying to find his rhythm. Let's be real, Jake might not have Hopkins-level ring IQ, but he knows how to sell a moment. And in the fight business, that actually matters. Still, when a legend like B-Hop says, don't mix up entertainment with boxing, you've got to take note. Because if you walk into Tank's world thinking it's just content, you're about to find out what a real upload failed feels like.
The difference between entertainment, and you can get entertained in boxing, right? But entertainment, see, the mint changes it. So when you talk about Jake Paul and you talk about things like, I'm not saying they're not athletes. I believe wrestlers are athletes because they can jump off the rope and they win 335 and 435 and they don't break their neck. That's an athlete. I look at a lot of things as being athletically capable of doing it. But to say somebody's an athlete, you got to prove to me, who boxed for 28 years.
From the moment Gervonta Davis starts speaking, you can tell he's not just talking, he's testifying. Calm, composed, but radiating intensity. He's not chasing clout or headlines. He's speaking about legacy, loyalty, and what's real. This is the same man who once fought to survive, now fighting to rebuild the very neighborhood that made him. When Tank says, I'm putting my money back into my city, you can feel the Baltimore fire still burning inside him. That's not a publicity line, that's hunger turned into purpose. You don't hear that kind of passion from just any fighter. That's the sound of someone who remembers sleeping beside gym mats and turned the noise of the struggle into the rhythm of victory.
Oh, yeah. So how's that going?
It's going great. You know what I mean? We just got to go with the man more so we could just we'll talk with the man more so we can get more houses on the block. But it's going great. You know, it actually sparked this. I think it was pictures around of me, you know, on the block before. Then I came back with the riff and stuff like that. It was like, all right, cool. You did all that. Like, now it's time to, do something more serious.
When Tank talks about giving back, it doesn't sound like a speech. It sounds like a mission. What makes it hit harder is that he's not showing off cars or chains. He's talking about ownership. When he says he's buying back the block, that's not a slogan. That's a blueprint. He's focused on gyms, real estate, and building something that lasts in his community. That's a level of vision most fighters never reach because they're too caught up chasing the next paycheck. Tank's chasing something permanent, the kind of success that outlives the spotlight. You can tell his mindset is shifting from knockout artist to entrepreneur. The same precision he uses to time that fight-ending shot is now locked in on long-term goals. The man who once fought for respect is now fighting to create legacy. And that kind of growth, you can't manufacture.
That's what really was the spark.
Do you have any further goals of investing in the city?
Definitely investing in the youth, but me personally, I don't want to sound crazy, but me personally, I'm only helping things like that for people I care for. I can't just help just anybody. I'm past that stage now too. It's helping people. That's over.
That moment right there, that was the real spark. When asked about his goals for the city, Tank didn't talk about fame or flash. He talked about investing in the youth, but he also kept it real, saying he's focused on helping the people who truly matter to him. He's moved past the stage of trying to save everyone, and that honesty says a lot. That's where you see the line between fighters chasing fame and fighters chasing purpose. Tank's already mastered the ring. Now he's aiming to master the system that surrounds it. He's not out here looking for quick viral clips. He's laying down bricks for the next generation. The same precision that shattered jaws at 135 is now being used to secure property, build businesses, and create something lasting. Call it growth. Call it evolution. But one thing's for sure. Gervonta Davis isn't just fighting opponents anymore. He's fighting for a legacy, and he's doing it the only way a real one knows how. Quietly, strategically, and with that same Baltimore fire burning in his veins. Round after round, deal after deal, and that's what makes this story so special. It's not just a boxing match, it's a clash of two worlds. On one side, Gervonta Davis, cold, calculating, destructive. A man with Mayweather's defense, Tyson's ferocity, and a sharper business instinct than ever before.
What do you want your legacy to be, if you care? Because some interviews I see you say yeah, I don't care about this, I don't care about that. Where you stand on that?
It's just it's so up and down in the sport. When I say up and down in the sport, it's a lot of people don't know, but it been 3 or 4 people in my weight class that been undisputed type of thing, and they held it for only a couple months. I beat Ryan beat Devin was undisputed.
And on the other side, you've got Jake Paul, the disruptor who refuses to recognize boundaries. He's bringing Hollywood flair into a sport built on grit, discipline, and respect. Call it chaos, call it genius. Either way, you can't look away. Because deep down, everyone's wondering the same thing. Can pure skill and legacy overpower raw hype and self-belief? Or is Jake wild enough to shock the boxing world all over again? Let's hear it. Legacy or lunacy? Drop your take in the comments, debate it, argue it, go all in. And hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Headquarters. This story's far from over, and it's just getting started.